Okay, this seems a little bit better, but my streaming software, I don't know, seemed a bit funky this morning. But anyway, everything is running fine now. So let's get to it. Alright, this morning we've got no news. So far we've had GBP news every morning at 8 o'clock. There's nothing today. Should be a little bit easier. Let's have a look. Let's start with GJ. So starting off here on the weekly, you know, we've tapped into this weekly resistance. We have shown signs of rejection, but overall we are still very bullish. Okay. Your daily, we've basically closed on daily support. Alright. Looks like we may have actually closed just below. Looking on a 4 hour though, we formed support right in this previous support area, so got some nice reaction to that level. Looks pretty good on the 4 hour to continue to move up. Morning guys, good morning everybody. This 165 area is quite significant. If you're looking right here to the left on a 4 hour, you got a lot of support in this area. Once we broke through that level, we retested at a very nice resistance support, and we're playing around in that area right now. Form support there on a 4 hour. So your daily is a little bit all over the place. But I like the way the 4 hour looks, and keeping in mind overall we are bullish. I'd like to stick with buys here. So let's zoom in here to an hourly time frame, and you can see that we are in a range here. Right, so we are ranging between 165,750 and 164,780. I'd really like to see a break out of this range before taking any trades today. So if we just stay within this range, then obviously I won't be taking any trades. Just gonna take it easy. Hello from India. I think my computer had a heart attack overnight. Something seems off today. Alright, moving up. We've got some really nice clean traffic here. Got about 35 pips moving up to 166,100. If we can break above this resistance at 165,750. Alright, so for sales below 164,770, I'll be looking to target this 4 hour support right here at 164,285. Now if you look at an hourly, I know you've got support right here. Alright. But if we manage to get into a position just below this support, we've got range here to go break even. And you can see this candle did actually fill this range, so in theory, if you move to a smaller time frame, this should still be a clean range all the way down to 164,280. What's up, Moto ZA? You know, we could argue breaks above this resistance to continue to move up. 4 hour it looks clean, alright, but here on the hourly, let's see how much range we have. 18 pips, not too bad. But the 30-minute, I'm concerned about this level right here. It's about 8 pips away from resistance. So for the most part, this range right here is not very clean. I'd rather just wait for us to break out of this overall range and take buys above 165,760. Right, let's have a look at gold. So I got Clapton gold sales yesterday on the stream, but you can see the idea was there. So there's nowhere else for price to really go. Okay, we're definitely not going to move up. You know what, we stayed within this range, and once volume kicked in here for gold, it was overs, tickets. So it's unfortunate, you know, sometimes your trade is just not going to play out while you're in it, and you'll see it move in your favor afterwards, after the fact. But that's just part of the game. It happens. All we can do is manage risk and, you know, keep showing up. It's about probabilities. So not every trade will be a winning trade. And you know, that's the thing about live streaming, is it's very transparent. I can't hide these things from you guys. You're seeing it live, so you see the good, the bad, the ugly, and the idea here is to all grow together. Okay, so we've broken below this 4 hour support here at 1693, and let's see, looks like we have started to move down to our targets at 1685, but we are retracing a little bit now, which is good. We need to see some retracement here. We need to see some retracement to potentially get involved in more sells. So right now, what I want to see is potentially even a pullback into 1693 to form resistance and continue moving down. I see here on a 15-minute, we've already formed resistance. So we could potentially continue to move down from here. I think for the time being, I'll just stay patient and wait for London open. Right, your previous hourly is bullish here, so let's hope that this candle can reverse and continue to move up. And if we can form resistance around 1693, we'll have some really nice sells later on. Alright. Now it gets tricky below 1685. It's a pretty strong rejection area. So I don't really want to be taking sells with not enough range moving into this area. So if we had to execute on this 15-minute resistance, we've got 30 pips moving down, okay. But keeping in mind that this is a very strong support area. Now to take sells below here is also going to be problematic. Sorry guys, this is taking pretty long to load today. You can see here on the daily, alright, we've got a lot of support in this area between 1685 and 1683. So it's going to be very tricky to take sells in this area. So that's why I say I'd like to see a retracement. We've already pushed a little bit today. We've had some push pre-London. So we need to see some retracement to get in on the continuation. What's up, Jared? Alright, so we're only looking for sells here on gold. Like I say, I want to see some sort of retracement and resistance to form. What's up, Gamerzone? Alright, so for the time being, GJ is in a range. We need to see a breakout of this range, so need to just be patient here on GJ. And gold, we're clearly seeing a lot of volume here. We're pushing down, alright, but it's going to be ideal to wait for a pullback here and resistance to form, so that's also going to involve some waiting unless we close below 1685. But like I say, closures below 1685 are starting to get challenging. Alright, we've got a lot of daily support in that area, and you know, at this point gold is very, very bearish fundamentally, technically, but we are in a pretty strong support area, so at any given time you can see reactions to this level. So we just need to be cautious taking sells into and around this area, 1685, 1683. What's up, Ian? Overall, this looks pretty ideal to move down here. Alright, we obviously downtrending, formed support, formed a low here, pulled back up, formed resistance, should move down back to that low, maybe to 1685. But the thing is, it's pre-London, right? We've got 40 minutes until London. At this point, I would rather wait, because London Open may give us that pullback to then get involved in sales at a better price. Okay, so Bank of Japan is doing some sort of intervention to, you know, give their currency a little bit more strength. We've seen a lot of yen weakness over the past couple months. So we'll have to see if that has any effect. For the time being, we still look pretty bullish here on GJ. Right, it's obviously very slow right now. So I'm gonna go make some coffee. Got about 30 minutes until London Open. Right, I'll see you guys now. Do what you need to do, go make yourself some coffee. There's no rush here today. There's potential here with GJ. If we close above 165, 380 on the hourly, we could see price continue to move up here at London Open. What I don't like is this resistance right here. But on the hourly, that's just a wick, and we've got clean traffic up until 165, 600, which gives us about 18 pips or so. 20 pips. So not too bad. 4 hours nice and bullish here. I think it would make sense if we broke that previous 4-hour high to continue to move up at London Open. You've got a nice bottom wick on this current 4-hour candle. So let's just see, let's see. $30-minute close bearish here on gold, but looking at these candles, you could just say that we're in consolidation right here. Yeah, on a 5-minute you can see it very clearly, just in a range at the moment. There goes your 4-hour flipping bullish. See, a 4 hour looks good, yeah, as we break these highs to continue to move up. The only reason I don't have any sort of impulse entry here, because to me that looks good, is we have London Open coming up. So 20 more minutes and we'll be getting a closure above this resistance level as well. So much higher probabilities. Just rather wait for London Open. And so far so good. This looks decent. So for those who don't know, I'm planning to do some streams in the evening, once or twice a week. Really focused on helping out the guys who are working normal hours. So I know a lot of guys in South Africa, we work through London session and New York session. And, I used to be in that routine as well. And it's very difficult to trade, obviously, while you're at work. For some people, it's just impossible. So I want to do exactly what I used to do while I was working. And I used to trade in the season in the evening. So once or twice a week, I'm planning to do streams in the evening, trading NAS and potentially even US30. So if you guys are at work and multitasking, there will be some more value for you guys coming up shortly. I'm still having a look at what days and times, but I'm thinking to do Wednesdays at least. 5 p.m. to latest 8 p.m. We often see moves 6:30, 7:30. And I know guys get home from work at about 5. Did I trade CPR 2 days ago? I streamed it, but didn't get any trades. No trades. The thing is, I don't trade news as the news releases. So what I'll do is I'll wait for the news to be released. I'll wait for the dust to settle, and I'll generally get in on some sort of continuation. But yeah, CPR this week was just something else. We pretty much just dropped 200 pips straight out the bat, and there was no real entries for me. This 30-minute candle practically opened up 100 pips down. There was really no entries. But for those who are wondering why price is moving down here in gold with good CPI numbers, those better than expected numbers actually mean that inflation is still increasing. And the result of that, or the Fed's action to combat that, is to raise rates. And the increasing of rates is what's been increasing dollar strength and what's been driving gold to the downside. So we saw higher inflation, and you would think, oh, gold should go up. But you need to think of it from a different perspective. What is the Fed doing to combat inflation? They're raising rates. What's that doing? Driving gold down. So for anyone who's bullish on gold, just have another look. Very, very bearish at this point. Motor ZA, are you working a normal job? Normal hours? I hope to see you on the evening streams. Good morning, good morning. Gold 4-hour flip. Alright, that's fine. Gold bearish, very bearish. Alright, GJ's moving up here. Now we're moving up into this resistance. This was our first target for buys above 165, 380. So the fact that we're moving up closer and closer to this resistance leaves us a lot less range moving up. Makes buys a little bit more tricky. Stops a little bit bigger. So at this point, I think we need to revert back to the original plan and just wait for buys above 165, 760. Which is better. It is better. Then we'll be out of this range completely and we have clean traffic to the left moving up. break of the 4-hour highs would have worked here. Yeah, sorry, I'm working on the background music. Thank you for the sub. Flavius. And thanks for Zona. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, that 4-hour deal was pretty nice. Played out well. Just the timing of it, you know. Even on the 30-minute, you never closed above resistance. Pre-London, a little bit risky for my liking. Now we can see this bullish pressure. So once we get that closure above 165,760, we're gonna have amazing pies moving up to 166,100, and potentially have runners into the daily resistance at 166,870. Right, we've got 4 minutes here. We might not get this closure above 165,760. Sitting right at resistance right now. That's what I want to see on gold. I really want to see us pull back from resistance and then continue to move down. Getting to a tricky area here. Lots of support to the left around 1685. Very, very solid support area. Alright, doesn't look like we're going to get any trades here at 9 o'clock. GJ is still in this range. And gold is also just still consolidating. So let's see if we can get some sort of pullback now at London Open. I'm from South Africa. I already discussed the possibilities of price moving straight down here. But the issue is we don't have much range moving down. Alright. I think it'll be much better to wait for a pullback. Yeah, the music isn't working today. I don't know what's up with my media player. Guys will have to do with lo-fi. Moving up here on GJ. What's up, Timothy? Thanks for subscribing. Welcome, welcome. So I'm not a fan of waiting for 15-minute candle closures. I'd rather see a 30-minute candle close above 165, 760. So I'm gonna have to wait for 9:30. A 15-minute candle just will not be enough of a confirmation for me. The higher the time frame, the better the confirmation. Looks like we're about to break the previous hourly lows here on gold, so we could move down. Very tricky though, you got no top wick on this hourly either. See, this area between 1685 and 1682 is just very, very tricky. There's a lot of support here on the daily, a lot of reactions. You don't have one clear level where we're looking for a break below. So yeah, my approach to gold is going to stay the same here, waiting for some sort of pullback. Even if we break below 1685, you know, you could potentially see us continue to move down here, and I'll still be waiting for some sort of pullback. So if we break below 1685 just like this, I'll still be waiting for a pullback, potentially into this level then, to continue to move down. which it's very unlikely for that to happen in our session. If anything, yeah, we may just drive down today this morning, and then maybe pre-London we pull back, and sorry, pre-New York we pull back, and then New York we continue moving down. Alright, GJ came back to create a bottom wick. I think I'm going to scratch this idea of bars above this level. We don't have much range moving up anymore. Gold is moving. Yep. So one thing I took away from yesterday's trade, right, I had this as my support on the hourly, and looking left, that 1700 level was very strong. So we got a 30-minute candle closure below, and I took that as a confirmation for us to continue driving down with London volume. But the thing is, we actually had this 30-minute resistance here as well, 30-minute support. So you can see we never broke that support. If now on the hourly we had a closure below 1700, okay, if on the hourly we closed below this hourly support, at that point it would have been a lot more clear for price to move down. So from now on, if I'm using an hourly support, for instance like yesterday, and disregarding the 30-minute structure, so you got the hourly support and you got 30-minute support right here below. For a trade like that, I'll need to see an hourly candle close below support. You can see once we closed below, I mean, we never stopped moving down. So that was basically your trade. The idea was there. I just think there was not enough volume there from that 30-minute candle closure below 1700. If a 30-minute candle closed below the 30-minute support, that would have made more sense. But you know, it's one of these things. Really not the end of the world. But if you took my advice with gold sales, New York session was pretty decent. Although this was quite late in the day, 5 o'clock. See hourly candle now tapping into the support area, and we don't have a top wick, so there's potential now for this candle to come back up, create a top wick. So if we had gotten sales on the break of the previous hourly low, let's say, you know, best case scenario would be break even, probably not even just yet. I think we need to see that liquidity grab for volume to kick back in here. At the moment, there's really no volume here on gold. GJ moving up nicely. Got 13 minutes here. Looks like we'll get this candle closure above the range if we keep moving up like this. So sit tight. Could potentially have a trade here in 13 minutes. Thanks for the sub, Yaman. Yaman Habibi. See, we're really not missing out on much here in gold. Yeah, we've got 7 minutes. If we don't close above, there's no trade. Our daily is actually bearish here, so if we close on this resistance or below resistance, there's still potential for price to move down here. Four hour looks pretty good to drive up. Your weekly is obviously very bullish, so buys do make sense. We just need that solid confirmation closure above 165,760. One thing you may be wondering is, if I'm expecting price to move up into 1693, why am I not executing on buys for that movement? The thing is, the idea here is to trade with the trend. So we can move up all this way this morning. I'm still going to be waiting for resistance to form to continue with the sells here. Even though we've tapped into a pretty solid support at 1685, even though we've already pushed down quite a lot, at any point, once volume kicks in, you'll see gold continue to rally to the downside. And in terms of, actual setup, there's no real setup here for buys either. unless maybe you're looking at like a 5 minute, but for me this is not going to be enough confirmation. You know, you could say you got a 5 minute fake out. $15-minute actually closed below support, so we might continue to move down here. Definitely no buyers, just be patient and wait for those sells to come. One minute left. We need a little bit of a push here. Otherwise it looks like we may close below resistance. So this is basically what happened yesterday on gold. Looking at this hourly resistance, we've closed above here on the 30 minutes. Alright. So there's potential to see price move up. But for me at this point, I need to see a closure above 165,760. If we could get an hourly candle closure above 165,600, let's say, this hourly resistance, we'll be in a much better setup for buys here based off the hourly. Big buys in Nasdaq. Okay. Ooh. What did I say? Any second you could see this bearish pressure kick back in on gold. We have closed below this 30-minute support. But yeah, very, very tricky. It's not enough range moving down to take any sells here right now. Not pullback for gold. Doesn't look like it. So it comes down to discipline. We could see gold move down here. Alright, there is that probability. But I truly believe that for a highly probable trade, there's not enough range moving down. So I'm simply going to leave it alone. Right, we've closed below support here on the 30-minute. I could be forcing trades, but I'm rather going to wait. Like I say, it comes down to discipline. To me, it's really not worth it to be taking sells into 1685 and then we see a massive rejection. Let's have a look at NANS. Our perspective on indices is very much the same as gold. We are very, very bearish at this point. So I know we closed bullish here on the daily candle, but one candle is not going to change anything. Based off the 4 hour, yeah, we are forming resistance. there is potential to move up and correct some of this move, right, from CPI, but overall we are bearish. It looks like, let's just remove some of this. And looks like we're forming resistance right here at this previous support. So to me, based off the 4 hour, we look pretty good to continue moving down. Unless of course we break above this area, then like I say, you could potentially see some more of this move from CPI get corrected. But I like this little pullback here, resistance formed for us to continue moving down. Looks like we are forming a support right here on the hourly. So for the time being, you know, obviously we don't have as much volume during London. Volume will only really kick in later on in the day, yeah, on indices. But right now we're forming support. So later on in the day, if you see a closure below this support, we should get that continuation down to, let's say, 12,000. Alright, gold is doing the things. Pulling back here. Not really interested in buys if we break above this resistance. This is a level I'd be looking at for a fake out kind of vibe. So, like I say, no buys here from me. Looking here on a 15-minute. I think the break of that previous candle high actually made a lot of sense to continue moving up for this pullback. Other than that, I'm not trading pullbacks here. Let's stick with the trend. Even if that means, you know, for the day or for the session at least, we move up on gold and I take no trades, that's fine. The idea here is to trade with the trend. So like I say, if this only plays out in New York, then at least you have the idea. So keep an eye on this throughout the day. If we don't get this set up now during London, there's a very high probability it will play out during New York. And it's like that with most of the ideas given here on stream. So yesterday gold sells, you know, didn't play out in the morning, but they played out really, really nicely in the afternoon. Like I was saying, your daily is bearish here on GJ. If we form resistance here, there's potential for price to move down. I don't think I'll be happy with taking sells off of resistance, but let's see. There's a support right here at 165,220. Below there, the range is not too bad moving down. I've got about 30 pips, and these candles to the left are nice and clean. Is gold continue to sell? Like I say, wait for a pullback, resistance to form, and you're going to get some nice sells here later in the day. Looking here on the daily, if we're taking sells below 165,220, at that point your daily candle is also flipping bearish. So that's another confirmation here for sells below that level. Yes, sir, it's Jared. Are you still here? See you were jolling yesterday. What up, what up?
You're gonna be glad I was busy talking to you in that YouTube chat.
Hey, hey.
But listen, one day when you look up, can you just join Discord?
Eh?
I was gonna say, one day when you look up, can you just join Discord?
Nah, I found the sick song. I want to see if I can play it, but it's unreleased. Do you listen to Eminem?
Of course.
You know Stan?
Yes, sir.
Swelly made a remix.
I've heard it, yeah. Sick, huh?
Yeah, it's sick.
It really is sick. I saw it, yeah. What's been happening this morning? Anything interesting? Why does your video look so laggy, bro? Or is this my side?
It doesn't
I don't know
look
if anyone
laggy. It could be laggy. I've been having issues this morning.
like you look laggy. That's the only thing. You moving is laggy. Nothing else.
Oh, I see it as well. I don't know what's going on today, if I'm honest.
I don't know what to do. Where's your dad, bro? Get your RT man in here.
I think maybe my laptop needs a service or something. It's having
What
a hard
laptop do
time
you have?
today.
You know what laptop do you have?
Yeah, it's some gaming laptop. It's pretty decent. Lenovo.
I need to bro. I have like a fucking cheap Acer laptop thing, bro, but I've had this laptop forever.
Yeah, I had this dinosaur of a laptop. Where is it? Yeah, it's still here.
Okay, mine's not a dinosaur, bro, but I mean my laptop was only like $250 if you want to put it that way. And it doesn't have like it literally was just for trading in the beginning back then. Like that was all that it was for, bro. It was for trading.
Bro, look how thick this thing is.
Let me see. Jesus, okay, mine's not like that, bro. Mine's at least modern technology.
No, this is a piece of shit. This is crap.
You don't need a weapon, bro. Someone breaks in, just tell them they can fucking have that.
Hey, why do you think I kept it?
Yes, just throw someone against the head, they're dead by chance, bro. Be careful. Nah, but Acer's not bad, dude.
Nah, this is from like years ago.
But that thing will probably still be a G if it like was still like new and that old, you know?
I think the last time I used it was 2017 and it was fried already.
Oh fuck. Did you hear that, Connor?
Yeah, what is that? Feeding your fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A beer now?
Oh. Let's play this song real quick.
London looks chalked there.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty slow day, yeah.
It wasn't like London's gonna give us anything. I remember last night when we were playing some GTA, I told you I want gold to like range where it's at. If that gold was ranging at where it was at, bro, we would have got the breakdown, like break to the low.
Yeah.
But it didn't range long enough. It like broke while we were sleeping. So.
Yeah, it broke down at like 4:30.
Yeah, I don't know why you put my voice so soft, bro, but I couldn't barely hear myself.
Oh, sorry. I was about to play music, that's why. but it's...
No, I don't remember. I'm just saying if you knew about that.
I don't know why my music isn't working this morning either.
Yeah, but everything's lagging now, Con.
Yeah.
Even the chart's lagging now, I can see it.
Might be my internet. Let me check my speed.
Because even look at the free Discord group link in video description at the bottom. You'll see it like lag, like it stutters every now and then. Make me start speaking with a stutter, bro. See there. Why don't you just maybe restart the stream? Like, I know that might be a shit one, but isn't that all it is?
I already did earlier on.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just gonna push through. There doesn't seem
Yeah,
to be too much happening.
It doesn't look like we're gonna get a position anyway for London. Ping 27.
Hey, see, he's watching the stream.
Then I don't know what it could be. It's probably some stupid shit that's just making it like stutter or like lag a bit. But I mean, it's not just me seeing it, eh? Like, it's not my shit that's causing it and I'm seeing it.
Nah, my side as well.
Oh, okay.
But ever since I turned on my laptop this morning and opened the streaming software, it's just been super slow. And I know the streaming software is very demanding. Takes a lot of processing power, but it's normally not this slow. So I don't know what's up.
You know what I did the ones with my laptop? Like, I left all my... Okay, I normally leave all my tabs open on my laptop. But then I left Discord open on my laptop as a tab, dude. Not as like the app.
Oh,
Oh
yeah?
my goodness. Do you know how that thing fucked my laptop? Like, I opened my laptop didn't switch on, nothing was working, and eventually when I got it on, all I did was close that tab. My laptop was back to normal.
I remember this.
Oh yeah, I was still trying to come talk to you guys. It took me like 20 minutes. Yeah. Maybe your laptop is doing the September month.
Maybe.
I saw this up. Yeah, I saw an update, yes. 2 days ago for me. I think it was 2 days ago. But I think I don't do any of my updates, to be honest, on my laptop. Maybe that's why.
Alright, let's see how these hourly candles close. Here on gold, closing bullish. Could see price push up a little bit more. I'm not just gonna force a position here. Just gonna wait. I don't think I'll get any positions here on gold this morning. GJ, let's see. Hourly's flip bullish again. So there's potential. We've got 2 minutes. We're gonna need to see some sort of push here if we want to close above resistance. Took a bow in gold. Nice.
1687.18. Fuck, I don't know what gold's at now.
1689.
Oh. So that's break-even trade, not so? Yeah, that's a free trade there.
Yeah, up 20-30 pips.
Yeah. Yeah, 25 plus pips. So I'm sure Lufata's definitely in a free trade there. Nice trade.
Yeah, Lufata's a killer.
If you get the closure above that little range we see on Connor's screen, golden.
Yeah, definitely.
Seems like Lufata's gonna get a really nice close on gold though. It closes no top week. Fuck.
No top week. Check your
Yeah,
GG also closed out on resistance. That's tough.
it's not.
I think if you're in bars, you might be able to squeeze out another 20 pips or so. But
I just want to say,
yeah.
Lufata, just watch that gold didn't close with the top wick because it's just not a nice closure in my book. I don't know how she feels about it, but that no top wick thing.
Yeah, and
Gold
something
comes.
I spoke about just now as well is you could get a fake out of this resistance. That's why I'm not too interested in bars above here. So the fact that your 15 has no top wick, you know, it kind of supports that idea of closing back into the range.
I watched gold last night, bro, for like from like 6 p.m. yesterday up until it closed, and I watched, and gold did the same thing, bro. Like it had the same no wicks happening, and then it just pushes the opposite direction straight away.
Yeah.
Big pushes happen, no top or bottom wick, pushes back the opposite way directly after closure. Like now, look
There
there.
we go.
It's closing. Oh, I just hope
6:30. Yeah, you got this 15-minute candle, no top wick, and we continue to move bearish. Even yeah, this bearish candle, no bottom wick, and price pushed up.
Look right there, there's two big candles right there. There's another two before that. On that 15, there's two before that 15. I'm just hoping for Lufata. This is, yeah, I'm out now. Yeah, it's smarter choice. Because I'm saying maybe this is a bottom week, but this bottom week might be really fucking big.
And that's fine. You know what? You took a counter trade, you made 20 pips. That's a wonderful day. At this point, I would just wait for the sales to kick back in.
What did you just call it, Connor? A counter? What?
Counter trend. It's like against the trend.
Yeah, no, for sure. I get what you mean, but what you called it sounded nice. That's what I was asking.
Counter trend.
Counter trend. I just call it trading against the market.
Yeah, trading against the trend, counter trend, same thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. It just sounds nice. Counter trend.
Sounds fancy.
Fancy. We're gonna smash some GTA. Oh, wait, let me look when we have load shedding, bro. Then I'll tell you.
I think I'm gonna go out to Kollega tonight.
What are you do there?
Here?
What you doing in Kollega?
K's there.
Yeah, Beacon Bay is load shedding 12 to 3, and then I have 9 to 12 tonight, so chalked.
Fuck. Yeah, no, look, GJ's in a tough position here, right at resistance.
Even gold, dude.
I'm gonna call it, guys.
I'm also thinking about it, but I'm like, how's it, John Wick?
What's up, John Wick?
I always say Wick, I forget.
John Wickety Wick. Yeah, look, I mean, could see some movement in and around the end of the 4-hour candle, but for me, it's looking like a no trade day. I think it's best to just come back tomorrow, see what's happening. Otherwise, we're going to continue next week, and we should see some really nice continuation of these gold sales next week. Let's have a look here on the weekly time frame quick.
If gold closed with a top wick on the hour, I would have been keen to just say this is a bottom wick forming. Like, you know, this is a wick. But the only reason I'm like, it might still be just a bottom wick. But the only reason I'm not thinking it is because there's no top wick. And after yesterday's moves on the candles I saw, I'm not keen on anything without a wick at the top or the bottom. So.
Yeah, it looks like your weekly will close below support here.
Yeah.
Once we start clearing this 1700 level, it's going to be some very, very aggressive sells into 1645, 1620, potentially even all the way to 1500, maybe 1530. So once we clear this level, we can have some very aggressive sells.
Just once we get there, I feel.
Yeah, once we break to this support area, this is a pretty nasty area.
Bro, once you put the chart like this and I'm looking at it, that's quite hectic, eh?
Yeah.
Is that COVID you're looking at now? At the point there on the left?
I think so, yeah. COVID. Yeah. COVID rally started right here, 23rd of March.
Yes, that's insane, dude. Fuck me. Full margin bars, bro. Who's bringing COVID back?
COVID's gone. No one believes in COVID anymore.
I'm sure China still has COVID, bro. If I'm honest, like, I'm not sure. Might be lying, but I'm sure I saw videos of everyone wearing masks and shit still. But I think that's just a Chinese thing. But like,
Yeah, they always used to wear masks.
I don't want to just say that and then it's not.
Okay, well, I don't know, but I mean, it's something you see on like TV and that, you know.
Mm.
Alrighty, guys, that's gonna be it from me. Thank you so much for joining. Pretty slow day, but you know, we got to take what we get here. That's trading. So please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, much love, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Nico, I'll stay in Discord.
Okay. Short chat.